Good morning all. Today I start the topic as the job layout. Job layout. A job layout is a scaled drawing of the proposed construction site showing all relevant features such as the entry point at the site, exit point at the site, storage of material, bricks, cement, sand, aggregate, temporary service that is the washing or toilets which are used for the laborers, contractor side office, area for keeping equipment such as the mixer or another equipment, bar bending area, labor housing. A job layout is that part should be scale drawing. That layout is called as the site layout. A job layout is prepared to promise that work proceeds smoothly without any obstruction. The various construction resources such as the material, man, machinery, etc. should be arranged in such a way to achieve optimal utilization of the scope. The larger and more complex the project, greater will be need of planned job layout and detail at the site. Because at a time there are various activities we should be required to run. For that purpose we should be required to provide the proper job layout. Job layout can be defined as the site drawing of the proposed construction showing the identification of the entry, exit, temporary service, material storage and stock, plant or equipment and site office. A job layout is prepared to promise that work proceeds smoothly without any obstruction. The various construction resources such as the material, man, machinery, etc. should be arranged in such a way that to achieve the optimal utilization of the space. The larger and more complex the project, greater will be need to the planned job layout and detailing at the site. A job layout can be defined as the site drawing at the proposed construction showing the location of entry, exit, temporary service, storage, material stock, plant equipment and site office. Next, history of the site or job layout or site layout. They should be divided into the two modes, that is the static mode and another is the First we should be save the static model. The static models can be considered the changes in facility location that occur on construction site on to progress of the time. This model assumes that all facilities exist on the site for the entire duration of the project. The no movement of any facility from one side to another side until that project should be completed. The static model can be comfortable for projects where space is abundant or hugely available, having large construction site with short duration, and for projects where there are not many changes in the layout of the construction site over the course of the time. However, where the number of facilities to become and leave the project site over the course of construction is more complicated projects, static models are not practical with the longer duration. Static models do not allow reusing the space occupied by the facility which is not longer required on the site. Second is the dynamic model. The dynamic model considers the changes that occurs on the construction site over the course of the processing project. The space used on the site changes over the course of the construction. The time and duration of which the facility are required on the site depends upon the activity they are attached with. The role and facility of the construction site is to be provided based for construction activity. If the activity should be completed, that facility we should be required to reshuffle from our construction project. A model shares location to the facility where they can have better assistance to for the activity. The dynamic model describes that both the required facility and the space required to help them on the site are subject to change. Next, most important purpose of preparing job layout. The first purpose, the save the time in delivering the construction material at the site of the construction. Second, the safeguard the construction material from damage and deterioration. To keep the load of cartage minimum so that cartage expenses may be minimum. To adopt the best mode of working. Next, to complete the work within the minimum use of the equipment and machinery. Next, to let the maximum output from labor and machinery. Next, to provide the safety to workers and passerby. by etc. To provide the damage due to the construction activity to the nearby properties. To common use material as fine and coarse aggregate should be stored at near to the each other. The store the construction material as near as the place of utilization as possible. Next, advantages of good job layout. Smooth and economical working of the project, reduces the completion time of the project, provide more safety in the working of the project, material wastage and deterioration are reduced, material transaction becomes easy, speedy and economical, and last, increase the output of the labor and machinery. These are the advantages of good job layout. Most important factors affecting the job layout.